Thanks for joining another basic Pilates 15-minute session. We're just going to start by finding a comfortable position and taking a few breaths to center and ground yourself on your mat. Next, move into the balanced breathing. So deep breath in, filling the chest and the abdomen, and exhaling and activating the whole core. You may find placing your hands on your rib cage gives a different feeling to expand wide into the sides of the lungs as you inhale fully and then also exhale fully. If you place your fingers just beside the hip bones, you'll feel it soft. And as you exhale and tighten the pelvic floor and the transverse abdominals there, you should feel those muscles press up against your fingers. All right, now shifting the pelvis into a little pelvic tilt 3 times just to find that neutral position. Then some shoulder blades mobility. Shrug and then depress the shoulder blades. And after 3, just relax the shoulders onto the mat in that neutral position. Next, reaching and then letting the shoulder blades drop to the mat. Inhale as you reach, exhale as the arms widen. Continue this and let the arms open wide to the side. Inhale up and exhale wide. Get a little stretch in the chest. And then we're going to raise the arms overhead and back to the side of the body here. Keep the movements controlled and the shoulder blades resting on the mat. Next is arm circles. So from the side of the body, bring the arms up and overhead and then wide back to the starting position. 3 circles. Leg circles for hip mobility is next. So straighten one leg long, drop it across the midline and then out to the side of the body. 5 circles and then reverse directions. Slow and controlled. Switch legs, lengthening the leg as long as you can across the midline, then out to the side. Steady breathing, and the core stays nice and controlled, so the only thing moving is the leg out of that hip joint. The ab prep for the core is next. Lengthen one leg long, imprint the lower back, nod the chin to lengthen through the neck and back of the spine as you inhale, and exhale, curl forward, hold it at the top for an inhale, and exhale slowly down. Inhale at the bottom, exhale, use the core to initiate that movement, hold it for an inhale, and exhale down. complete 5, then switch to the other side. Now stretching out the hips and the lower pelvis, just let the knees drop to the side in a little frog position. Take a deep breath as you stretch overhead and exhale and relax into that stretch. A few breaths here, just relaxing into the stretch. Let your knees fall heavy to the sides. Now moving on to one side. Next is a side plank. So plant the elbow right under the shoulder, and from the side plank we're going to add a side leg lift. 5 leg lifts here. Now slowly drop the hip and lower back down onto your side with the hips and knees at 90 degrees. And from here, we're going to do a bent knee leg raise. So the knee and the ankle stay right over the bottom knee and ankle. Make sure that your hips are stacked, your shoulders are stacked, so that your top hip isn't shifting forward or behind the bottom one. Next is an elevated clam. So lifting the heels off the mat, you're going to open and close the knees, really getting into the deeper glute. Slow and controlled. Shifting into a cat-cow stretch before we move to the other side. Shifting to the other side for the side plank with the leg lift. Elbows under the shoulder, knees and hips are stacked, and press the hips forward so your body's in a nice straight line. Control that leg lift. Inhale one way and exhale the other with that movement, stabilizing everything through the center. Imagine lengthening and stretching the spine from the tailbone right through the top of your head as the leg lengthens long. Now moving into the bent knee leg lift, hips and knees 90 degrees. Steady, controlled breathing here as well. Check that that hip stays aligned right over top of the bottom hip. And the elevated clam next. Open and close the knees here, initiating from that upper glute. Next is the swimming prep exercise. So with the thumbs pointing to the ceiling, you're going to alternate a lengthening of the opposite arm and leg. Don't worry about how high you lift. Stabilizing from the shoulder blade to the opposite hip and keeping the core strong in the front. Imagine lifting the belly button away from the mat to keep the spine long and strong, and extending the arm and the opposite leg away from each other. Let's bring the focus back to the glutes with the heels squeeze. So relaxing the head on your hands, widen the knees and bring the feet together. As you exhale, you're going to squeeze the heels together, level 1, and then inhale and relax. Level 2, you're going to lift, as you squeeze the feet, you're also going to lift the knees off the mat, getting a little deeper into the lower glutes. Complete 5. Remember to activate the core with each exhale at the same time. We're going to sit back into a shell stretch. You can shift the hips side to side to get the stretch into the low back and hips where you need it. Use your breathing to exhale into the stretch and breathe energy into the areas that need it. Moving into a bird dog or opposite arm and leg on all fours, we're going to add a circle in the same direction with the opposite arm and leg 5 times. And then you're going to reach the arm and leg away from each other, then back to the midline 5 times here. So keep the center nice and controlled and stable, and just the arm and the leg moving. And the opposite side. 5 circles. And then 5, fly the wings out, arm and leg in the opposite direction. We have another set of 3 cat-cow after the stability of the spine to add some more mobility. You can end the session here or try this challenging 100 move. Next is the 100. So starting in the tabletop position, knees over the hips and the shins parallel to the floor. We're going to nod the chin and come up into a slight curl, reaching the arms long, and then pump the arms for a count of 5 with an inhale, and then exhale for 5. Level 2, lengthen the legs long. It's called the 100, as completing 10 full breaths of this exercise would be 100 arm pumps. We're starting with 50.